All right, another beautiful early February morning. Pretty nice, pretty warm actually. Every week I'm trying to go by this row. You can see lots of things starting to pop up, the perennial weeds. So I'm just gonna knock those down to keep it under control. Then after that, if I finish, I've got some high spots. That's like where gophers and whatnot. I'm gonna rake those out. This is a real low spot here, so as you see, I'm gonna try and level it out a bit and get ready for beds. But yeah, first step is knocking these weeds down. And I figure today we'll do an action cam, so you'll see it live as I do. Got the wheel hoe set up to 6-inch what are those called? Stirrups? I think at least what Travis does, he's kind of the owner, well, son of the owner, I don't really know the relationship, is they alternate between these and the sweeps every week. So I figure if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. You can hear me hitting the roots. You hear all that? Cronk, cronk. I'm hoping, you know, beat it down over time, get a nice clean break, something you can just maintain, but it will take a while. Oh, good workout. I think I'm gonna do the perimeter first, because that is the absolute hardest. It does get easier when you go in. This side's actually not too bad. Okay. I like that you can go back and forth. Another kind of distinct thing I find myself using. Oh. Well, it's real tough right here. Okay. Rip, it's crazy. This wouldn't be bad doing it every morning. Nice little workout. I bet you. Just do it an hour a day. Be like going to the gym, but you get corn out of it. The last time you went to the gym and got corn. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that. All right, real quick, make sure I didn't break anything. Nice. Yeah. Oh, this is a great instrument. This is a great instrument. Yeah. Awesome. I'm a big fan of these. All right. The second run, I'm just gonna do straight up and down now. See how much easier it is? I'll tell you, man, old farmers must have had the hugest shoulders, like the hugest. There's a really gnarly root right there. This is the one, I'm pretty sure this is where I bent the sweeps. There's a gnarly big old root right here. Yeah, this is what I bent the sweeps on, I remember. It was right here. I was so angry that day, not at anything garden related. so angry that I was just pouring my wrath in the dirt. Ah. That's a small root. That's pigweed, I think. Okay, so I got me a little template, and we're gonna attempt to drop a bed in here. So the way this works is you put a stake. There's A and B for each bed, right? So there's an A and then a B, and that'll mark out the path. And then on the end there is A, and that's this one here. All right, so you just like chunk, chunk, chunk. Okay, so we go like this, and we're gonna line this up with that. And then try and get it level-ish. Give it the old tappa tappa, as Chef John would say. We got 2. Here's 3. And I'm doing this because I'm not sure how many I'm gonna get, and I may want to make some changes. So we line up 4. I think I'm deviating slightly in. But it's maybe okay. Here's the deal. So you can get these in the, like at Home Depot. You can get them in the the cement aisle. And I opted for 1 inch by 2 inch by 12 inch because these are kind of expensive. And you can make your own, of course. It'll be cheaper. I think if I was pro, I would probably get the 2 by 2, and they would be 24 inch. Because, you know, but yeah, the idea being, you go like this, you line it up A to A. Just like that. Pretty simple, huh? It doesn't have to be like 10,000% perfect. I know I've seen some people on YouTube that are doing this, and they'll put stakes on the outside and run a string this way, and that way this line is like perfectly straight. As you can see, mine twists ever so slightly. But I will tell you a secret: the plants don't care, and that being close is fine. I'm just gonna grab a box of these, try and keep the trash here. Let me just do one. So the way this template is laid out is that all the stakes fall into the aisle. Okay? You see, like, here's 30 unadulterated inches for my bed. And a 16-inch path. So the template is 48 inches. There's a 2-inch overhang here. Okay, you can see why a 24-inch stake would be a good idea. Like, garden bed, if you're doing it right, the ground is very soft. So I'll probably end up replacing these. But I kind of didn't have the cash, truth be told. I spent a lot of money on stuff lately. I'm kind of poor, he says as he looks over at his huge shed. Whoa. That's so loose. I can literally push that in. Okay. We can do this. Beat the earth. Yeah, save yourself the agony. Get 24-inch stakes. In fact, like, if I was going to Home Depot today, I would just return these. Well, not the ones that I'm using, but... And I think you could, yeah, just, I mean, I know it's like twice the cost, but now having done this, definitely get 24ths. But I'm gonna do this because I have to do it today. It'll last like a year, easy, no problem. Oh, nice. I've been kneeling in ants. You see this? Look at all these guys. Or girls, I should say. Cool. I've got some Mason's line. You just buy this. This is like 1,000 foot. We're gonna have to use 2 of them. I'm starting. You want to think about, you only define the paths, and then your beds are free. So there's 2 different attachments. There's a lark's head, and then yeah, that's what we're gonna do first. So you're gonna make a loop like this. Go, you know, spread it, spin it, and then so you got like this little loop thing. And then you stick it over the end. The only real trick to this, see, I did it backwards. The only real trick to this is how you position the line on the post. I hope the audio works. It's like really windy. Basically, you want it to pull against itself, right? So like you can kind of see here. Have this somewhere on this edge, and then pull this way. So this is the line we're going to mark. Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, and then yeah. See, it'll lift off if you pass that up here. So it's basically just a friction knot. Yeah. There we go. We'll make it a little lower, and it'll hold because of the corners. And then we can just run it back. All right, here we are at the other side. Okay, so you can pull this pretty tight, and we're going to use the same basic principle. So we go, it's a little hard to see. So you go over the string, and then 2 times, and then you're going to lift this string up over the bites, like that. Does this make sense? So you see, we lift the taut line over the first one, and it'll hold it just like that. There's one path. The nice thing about this is that as your line sags and stretches, you can retighten it. And you can get bit by ants all day long, and that string will stay tight. All right, I leave a fair amount on the end. I think you don't even necessarily need to do this. And I just tie a little surgeon's knot, which is basically just loop it through twice. Keep the tag end from separating. You don't really even need to do this. You can actually run it here. Because I use a wheel hoe, I don't like to have string run across this area because I'll punch through it, and that's no good. Okay, so going back, we do the same thing. Kill some ants. Get a lark's head. And remember, we're going to the outside here. So we got to pull against the knot. Golly, they're stinging the tar out of me. Okay, you always want, on a lark's head, you want more tag end. Like this. See, that's a healthy amount of tag end. That's probably too much, but you get what I mean. Oh, now we got to tie this. We just tie a surgeon's knot at the end to keep it's gonna fray. If you have like a lighter or something, you can burn the end, but this is fine. Oh my goodness, so many ants. Look at this stinging the line. Okay, there we go. Let me put this up before I hurt myself. Yeah. As long as you keep pressure in your hand here, that lark's head will hold. Okay. All right, so on this side, kill an ant, wrap it around once. While I've got pressure on it, pull it up so it sits in between the two. Pretty tight. I think I can go a little tighter. Ooh. Isn't that neat? Just holds with friction. The neat thing is like all of these are readjustable. Oh, my hands. I am just stung. I've probably been stung 20 times already. They're all over me. I love Texas. I do actually love Texas. It's just annoying. It is nice that I can be like out here working in February. The tomato season starts in a month. It's kind of nuts actually. So a good way to think about lark's heads is that you basically tie the knot, you flip it around, put it on the post. There we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. Whee! I think I do this like 500 more times. Okay. Okay, just like that, it's done. Check it out. Almost had 9. I'll work on that. Keep cutting over the course of the year. I'll get a 9th bed here. 9th and a 10th. That would be ideal to get 10. Almost. But yeah, you can really see how curved that is. It's funny. But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty clear work, I think. Super easy to see. Okay, next step, I gotta clean my tool. It's filthy. That's probably it for the day. And next is gonna be broad forking these. I'm gonna probably only be able to do 1 per day, so like early before work. But it's getting a little warmer now, so it's not, 26 degrees. I love how that taut string just clearly defines the lines, and they're really low profile, like you can see in some cases it's kind of under the ground already. But it's okay. Really clear where what is what. And yeah, okay, so it's broad fork, and then I can wait. Then it's just like weeding. And then eventually my soil sample will return. And then I can figure out what the beds get amendment-wise. It's good to have the broad forking done before that. And then it's just like amendments, and then mix it in and plant. And I've got basically a month to do it. So here goes nothing.